Malvina Souza, the bionic sniper of the United States military, has escaped her confinement, fighting off her brothers and sisters in arms, or those that were before the fall. Now she sees to the wounds on her torso, acid that has left her in a weakened state. It is still the morning, yet she can rest here for most of the day, but she has to know if there's anyone left alive in that encampment. She has to try and reconnect with her command, that distant wind turbine that would give her the height she needs for sight and potentially for signal strength. But that, of course, will come after she is rested. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rykon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, and to our Overrun challenge, where Malvina was certainly overrun in our last episode, but now she's had a moment to take a breath, to make sure that her magazines are topped off as best as they can be, and to have a look through everything that we've got so far and figure out how we're best going to use that going forwards. We do have MREs here, which we are going to be able to eat. We are feeling hungry at the moment, so we're probably going to want to start to try and dive into some of them. Now, the packs sometimes do come with heat packs, and it looks like in this case they do. So we're going to heat up one of our meals before we have a proper munch. Chicken chunks entree sounds delicious. Let's have ourselves some nice hot chicken chunks. And of course, I'm going to want to try and stay away from things that are going to negatively affect our health as much as possible. We will keep them to help boost our mood if we really, really need them. But yeah, for now, hot chicken chunks. Wonderful. And that's got us feeling okay at the moment. We are considered to be a little overweight beginning. Just as standard, that is how you are as a character in Cataclysm. So we don't have to focus on eating too much here. I think we probably do want to have something to drink though. Our plastic canteen is currently empty, so we're going to need to fill that up. The place that we're going to be able to do that right now is going to be the loo. So, do we still have water in you? Indeed we do. So we're going to pour that into our canteen, and then we're going to use the water purification tablets that we have to purify our water. We're just going to have to come over here in the light so that we can actually see what we are doing. And obviously, we've got a lot of things that we really haven't had a look at yet in terms of recipes. I am just going to go through and mark all as red, just so that we know when we get something new. But because of Malvina's skills with firearms, she should be able to make a few modifications and whatnot down the line. We can see that, of course, we can make a lot in terms of food here. Chems, electronics, and armor. There we go. Tinfoil hat, I don't think we're going to need it yet. But in terms of food, we're going to come through here to our clean water, and we're going to make 6 units of clean water. I believe 6 is what we can fit in that canteen. We might be able to fit more. You know what? Let's just say double for now. We'll say 12, and we'll see. Oh, yeah, no, we don't have anywhere to store it. So we still don't have anywhere to store it. That's intriguing. So our canteen. Oh, I think the trouble is that, yeah, we do have water in our canteen currently. I would just want to put the water purification tablet in there, but no dice. So, well, in that case, we'll just grab a pot or something else like that for now. A stock pot. It's pretty big, but we'll take it. I suppose it's probably worth us grabbing a few batteries and other bits and pieces while we're here. I haven't really had a look at what we have in this house yet, so we'll be doing that while we are resting Malvina. But yes, first, let's get this water situation sorted. Let's sit on the more comfier chair. Going back into here, we should be able to do this totally fine. Now, we do have 6 water in there, so that leads me to believe that 6 is the max that we can get. All right, we still don't have anything. I am confused. I'm just going to say yes. We're going to pour it into a canteen. Yeah, it was lying to us. I think it's going to do that sometimes. It's okay. But we have that nice clean water now that we can start to slug back with slate. Brilliant. And you know what? I think the cookie that we have doesn't seem to actually negatively affect our health. We'll take it just for that little bit of extra joy. And now let's have a look at our wound. So it is poorly bandaged at the moment. That is something that we're going to want to try and get better at right away. And it is something that we can practice. It's early in the day, and that's, yeah, we're going to get onto that ASAP. So let's mark all of these as seen as well. We'll go to other to do the same. And then yes, practicing. We want to practice bandaging. We want to get that up as fast as we can. It's going to take us an hour to be able to complete this. So we're just practicing here. We can see that we've got our health care up to 1. We will just say stop practicing for now. We feel like that practice is getting trivial, but that should mean theoretically that our bandaging is going to be a little bit better going forwards. If we wanted to do advanced bandaging, we need to have wound care or wound care expert. And I believe that's still something that we can get from this because yeah, it is a proficiency that we can learn. And let's just jump in, have a look at our proficiencies. We can see that wound cure is currently on 0%. If we go all the way down to it, we can get an idea of how long it's going to take. Time to learn, 2 hours. Not bad. Okay. I think we're just going to give it a shot then. We're going to keep on practicing. So we're just going to repeat that craft. We can see that our pain has gone down to moderate. Okay, and I think this is what we're going to do today. We're just going to keep on practicing bandaging, and then we're eventually going to get a better bandage on ourselves. We're already past midday at the moment. Oh, there we go. I was going to say maybe we just stop and rebandage, but we are going to stop now because we are proficient in wound care. Good, and we're also a little hungry, so we don't want to eat too much, so maybe we do just knock back a cookie or 2, and then we're going to drink some of that clean water. We could also make some tea, but I think for now we'll just stick with sipping that water as we go. And before we do the bandaging, we are going to go back in, have a look at practice, and we are going to do some advanced practice here. Yet again, it's going to take us about an hour to do this, but we should be able to learn it pretty quickly, and there we are. Let us stop practicing. We are starting to feel warm now on our torso. I see. We do have quite a bit going on, torso-wise at the moment. We probably don't need to have the cloak on us, so we're going to take that off, and we should see our torso just become a little bit more comfortable. In actual fact, we got a little bit too much going on at the moment as well. So the camo tank top and the sports bra, we don't need to have both of those at the moment. The sports bra does have better breathability. Obviously, it has less coverage. I think we're just going to keep that on for now. The camo tank top, that can come off. So we're just going to hit U to unequip it. And then, obviously, there's going to be a conflict between our rifle and the rucksack. I do believe, though, that we can change it or change where the strap is attached to so that we can strap this to our front versus the rear, so we might have a look at doing that in just a second. I did see one other thing as well. So the holster and the canteen are on the same side as each other. So I think as long as we take off the holster, we can then re-equip it to our other leg, and that won't be a problem. So let's try and do that now. Holster. Okay. Oh no, hang on. I've forgotten how that worked. So if we go into here, we can see that this is on our left leg and the holster is also on our left leg. So we just need to go into this and then hit C, I think. Yes, C. Change side. So now it is worn on our right side. And honestly, I wonder if that's something that we can just do with this. Strap it onto the front. No, we can't. But if we activate it, we can detach gun mods, and we'd want to get rid of these straps. So let's go and take that off. We have our rifle in our hands. Let's activate it, detach, and we want to take off the shoulder strap for now. There we go. Easy enough to do. And now if we go back into our inventory and go to the shoulder strap under modifications. Oh, under clothing, I see. We're going to activate it. We're going to attach it as a gun mod. We can adjust it. You shift the weapon to the front of your body. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, that is what we want to do, but I think we want to attach it. Yeah, shoulder strap front. Now we activate, attach it to this. Brilliant. Okay, so now we should be able to wear it, and if we go and have a look at the rest of our stuff, no conflict. I mean, yeah, we're still really encumbered, but it's not giving us that extra issue that we have of having our backpack and the rifle there at the same time. And honestly, I wonder whether or not that will allow us to kind of wield our rifle faster because it's right in front of us. So that might be the case. Right, anyway, let's have a look at bandaging. So what are we going to want to apply here? Honestly, I would like it if we were able to use some disinfectant, but we don't actually seem to have disinfectant right now. And I'm trying to figure out if the medical gauze or the bandages are going to be better. Let's go with the gauze for now. If we're going to apply that to our torso, we're going to have a good bandage. Much better than what we had. We've got prophylactic anti-venom, which we definitely don't need that. I do want to have a look at some of those IFAC pouches just to see if there is anything in them that might have what we need. Okay, so there's water purification tablets in there, there's medical tape, there's a pair of medical gloves, and I think we're probably looking at the same kind of deal in here as well. Yeah, lots of water purification tablets, hemostatic powder, and medical gloves. Oh, and we've got a lot of plastic beverage bags. Obviously, we can see the tourniquets that we have as well. Yeah, so while we have these things open, we can actually see everything else that's in them. We don't need these medical gloves exactly at the moment, so we could just try and get rid of them. Yeah, let's just start dropping them and getting rid of all those extra bags that we don't need. The tape is still useful, so we're going to hold on to you. Okay, well, I would like to still stay here for a little while longer, so I think we're just going to have a read while we're sitting here. We could go for the science of running, and honestly, calisthenics, getting our athletics up is going to be good, because we're slow-footed. We're going to be slow just in general, and you know, the bayonet manual, I think we want to read that down the line, but let's start with the science of running and see how, well, actually, both of these are going to take us to Athletics 3. Neat. All right, well, let's start with calisthenics then. And let's read once until we gain a level. And what I might want to try and do here is flick between the books if possible. And oh, yeah, I don't think we're going to get that far with this today. Yeah. The sun is already setting on our first day in the Cataclysm. So now that it's dinner time, we are going to have yet another meal. So let's activate one of those heat packs. And what are we going to be heating up tonight? It's going to be ravioli. Ravioli in our pocketoli. Let's have a munch. Lovely, wonderful. Wash it down with some crackers and with some nice clean water too. Okay, now, probably, as I said earlier, probably should have had a really good look through the house here, but I mean, yeah, we'll take that battery. There isn't anything super in here from what I can recall. I mean, we haven't even checked the backyard yet. We do have a survivor's note here. You want my advice? Smoke crack. It gets shit done. Okay, sure, buddy. Sure. What bedroom do we want to try and sleep in? Honestly, I think this one over here. We have one way out. Well, no, rather, we have two ways out, and we don't have a great big set of windows right next to us. I feel like that's going to be a little bit more comfortable. And something else that I'm going to do is that we're going to take all the clothing that's in here, and we're going to put it on top of this pillow. Because if we get colder, we're just going to be able to effectively sleep in the pile of clothes. We're not tired yet, but it has already been a long day. I think it's going to be worth us trying to get to sleep. Yeah, Malvina, lay down your head. Wow, I feel like we didn't sleep for that long at all, and we really didn't. It is 1:37, and we're really starting to feel that poor healer trait. Yeah, our torso, it is a slow heal. As long as we stay far away from fighting, I think we'll be okay going forwards. But you know what? I think we can make use of the darkness. Yeah. We're going to have another meal before we head out, and it's not going to be a full meal. I think we are just going to snack on those crackers, and we're going to have, well, I was going to say we could have the rest of the water now. Water isn't going to be too hard for us to come by, especially because we have these purified tablets. We should be able to get water from effectively anywhere. The weather is clear right now. We have a waxing crescent moon. I think we're going to pop on outside. We're going to have a look around the property, and then we're going to start to try and make our way north. There's a thermos in there. Ooh, that's kind of tempting. I mean, is that going to knock us back much in way of weight? It's going to add a little bit more, but yeah, sure. We'll keep it for the moment. You can see that we're not seeing all that far in the darkness. We can see far enough. Let's just make sure that there isn't a basement here that we're missing out on. It doesn't look like we are. Okay, let's hop over this fence, and we're going to start to make our way on up past the military base, over towards these silos. We've got a field camp here as well, and then we have the wind turbine. We might be able to sleep in the field campsite. We do also have our own tent, so we can sleep wherever the heck we want. Let's get a move on. Oh, and of course, the main thing that I need to remember about Malvina is we have access to all these super freaking cool bionics. So, night vision. We can see very well around us, and other things can't. So we're going to make use of that as we can. Yeah, brisk activity, or rather, no, it's just moderate. That's all right. We're going to stick to the road for the most part as we start to make our way back on up towards the base. What we got here? A truck horn just fallen off of a vehicle. Okay, and of course we do have this great big farm that's next to us as well that looks like tablets. No, it's a flyer. Okay. Onwards we go, I say. Ooh, okay. I was getting ready to maybe skip a little bit there, but there's a vehicle. Controls. Yeah, we need those to drive, unfortunately. Yeah, the controls are just trashed. It does have a decent amount of gasoline. If we had a hose, we'd be able to siphon that. Something that I probably should have gotten when we were back in the house, but that's okay. You should theoretically still be able to get hoses by taking apart refrigerators. We've just seen the lighting shift. It's now foggy. We cannot see that far, and that means that anything else is really not going to be able to see that far. But with the advantages that we have with our bionics, we can see much further with those telescoping eyes. And with those eyes, we've spotted, of course, these great big farm fields, but also a supply drop right next to the military base. So let's just make our way over into this field to see if we can track down some crates. And in here, smoke bomb, tear gas grenade. I don't see the tear gas grenade helping us out all that much, but the smoke bomb, that could very well cover a retreat. I like it. I like it a lot. Looking in here under tools, do we have a flashlight sorted yet? No, we don't. The only reason I'm thinking that is that because it's foggy, we might be able to see a little bit further with a flashlight, but then again, no, our night vision's really good, and I guess if we could see, we would be able to. No doubt there's going to be more than one crate here. Oh, and indeed that is the case. Let's see what we got. MREs. Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll take them, thank you. So that's 2 crates so far. I'm thinking we probably have 3. Let's just have a look down this way here. What are we looking at? Just dirt. This is a hay field that we're in at the moment. Ah, okay, right. It's the lines. I see. All right. Crate might be a little bit further to the north here. Just making sure that this isn't anything fungal. But no, it's just dead grass all around here. Yeah, I mean, it might just be those 2. Ooh, corn seedlings. Yeah, and our mouth is starting to get a little bit cold. We do have a ski mask. Let's chuck it on. That should help with that. Yeah, our head is feeling warm now. Okay, we could always take off the helmet liner to be able to help with that, and honestly, that's maybe the best thing that we can do, because yeah, we don't want to get overly warm, we don't want to start sweating. We do have our temperature regulation CBM that we can activate, our bionic. We might want to do that, but for now, I'm just trying to be a little bit more careful with how we're using them. Small patch of sand here, okay. Well, let's head on over towards this dirt road and past these silos next. It's a quiet night, huh? Very quiet. I'm thinking probably worth us still having a pistol out. Let's grab the service handgun. We've got the most ammunition for that at the moment. And we'll just see what we got going on at the silos here. Now the silos, in general, they're a good sight source for us because, you know, you can get pretty high. Nowhere near as high as we can get on the wind turbine. So that's going to be the major goal still. So let's just continue on up through the farm fields, and we could take the forest trail, but I think we're just going to start heading northwest now until we hit that field campsite. We'll see what, if anything, is still there. We may have dead. So let's just approach with a little bit of caution. Just slowing our pace down a little bit now. Okay, so we can see a dead body. A dead human body, not infected, wearing a raincoat, golf cap. Actually, this is a pulped human corpse. Either someone knows what they're doing, or this is just a really damaged body. And there's more of them around as well. You can see them across the where the fire is, and oh boy, are you working? Gasoline, no battery. It does have everything else. The battery is currently draining. We could try to remove the battery, replace it with another. What have we got on the ground here? Spaghetti. Okay. And canned pineapples. Nice. We'll take those. And some oatmeal. We don't have to take it. We'll leave that for now. Just while we're standing next to these bodies, I also just kind of realized we should probably take some vitamins as well. We want to make sure that we're trying to keep up our vitamin intake. So we'll have 2 of our gummy vitamins as we just double check them all here. Silver locket, aspirin. We'll take some aspirin. Cheerleader. Yeah. And we've got bile over here as well, and more bile off in the distance. So we've discovered bodies like these before. What's the S over here? Spiders. Lovely. So yeah, something obviously has gone down here. In the past, we've kind of figured it might be a poisoning or something of the like. Does the bile go any further? It doesn't seem to. Yeah. So obviously, a few tents here. All destroyed. And not much else for us. Other than the motorcycle, of course. And you know what? Let's actually just remember this vehicle. We will need to hotwire it. But yeah, we also would need to have a battery for it as well, which we do not have currently. Alright, let's continue on. Up towards the wind turbine. Our power is looking pretty good at the moment. Night vision is a very, very slow drain in general, so you can leave it on most of the time. This is the turbine up here. I have not been to a turbine in Cataclysm. I'm just making the assumption that it's going to be really tall, and oh, come on, really? Really? Yeah, it's locked. Okay. I suppose I should have expected that. The door is locked. It can be picked though. We can't crack it open. Metal doors, I don't think that's something that we were able to do. We can try crowbar. Can't get sufficient leverage. We're going to have to try and make a makeshift pick of some kind. I don't think we have much in the way of device skill. If we just have a look at Malvina here. Crafting, interactions, devices, no. So we'd kind of have to get lucky, really. So let's just head back down towards that campsite and see if there's anything that we might be able to utilize in making a impromptu pick of some kind. I mean, none of them had any hairpins or anything else like that, right? Let's just have a look here. No, not that I can see. All these are made out of wood, these chairs here. Camp chair. No, metal frame. Okay, we might be able to bash them and get some of the materials that we need. So, if we just pop into here, already we can see that we've got something under armor. Swim fins. Oh, of course, that would be from the book that we've been reading. Okay, so we're going to have a search for pick to see what we're able to find. Improvised lockpick. So, scrap metal. Scrap metal is all that we need to be able to make that. Now, it is too dark for us to be able to craft right now. It wouldn't take much for us to be able to start a fire. We've got a fire starter. I think I just want to try and smash some of these chairs. We could also try and take them apart, deconstruct. Yeah, but we do need to be able to see to be able to do that. No flashlights on any of them here. So of course the night vision that we have, it's enough to see things by, but it's not enough to do work by. We also don't have a cell phone of any kind, so we won't be able to light things up that way either. Well, alright then. We are just going to have to start a fire. Do we burn the bodies? Malvina. Do we do that? I mean, it's one way to ensure that they're not going to come back, right? And that they're not going to get consumed by the dead that are around here. So maybe there is some kind of kindness in doing that? Maybe. We'll also just do one last double check to make sure that there isn't anything there that we would want to take away. No. Okay. All right. Start a fire. Let's use our CBM to start a fire. Why not? And yeah, it is difficult for us to see now. So let's turn off our night vision. We will have to turn on our torsion system eventually, but right now we don't have to worry about that. Okay, and now I suppose we could try and see if we can deconstruct simple furniture. It is considered simple. Okay, there we go. We take it apart. It is a camp chair. And now I wonder if we can disassemble that camp chair. And it does seem like we can. We are going to get 17 metal scrap out of it. It's going to take us 10 minutes to do it. Let's just put our handgun back into our inventory. We stand in thin smoke. We're just going to have to handle the thin smoke for now. That's okay. Our torso is already a little damaged. Okay, we have everything that we need to get started. We're going to take the scrap metal that we've got and let's have a look at pick again. We might need a hammer. No, of course, our crowbar is going to have hammering. But also, yeah, no, it was more the bolt turning. We've got a multi-tool, which is going to be useful for that. 33 minutes for us to be able to put this together. There is a chance that we might fail. There is no real benefit that we get from doing it in a batch. So I think we are going to do them one at a time, but I would like to have at least more than one. We will try and stand out of the smoke. So let's go to the side here and just hope that that's going to be a little bit better. Yeah, we'll just move whenever it blows our way. And there we are. We have ourselves an improvised lockpick. We're going to try and repeat that recipe there, putting our current one away, moving, and then continuing. Slowly working our way around the campfire here. As always, the smoke, it just seems to follow you. It doesn't matter where you go. But we have 2 lockpicks now. I think we're probably going to let the bodies continue to burn, and we can see now that they are creating corpse ash. That's something new to me. What's that we got left? Cotton patches and whatnot. We might want to take the cotton patches still, because they could be useful if we need to repair any of our equipment. We can get more scrap metal, but we already have quite a bit. I think we're good with what we've got. So let's turn on that night vision. We might actually also turn on our ratchet system as well, which is going to make walking a little slower, but we are going to be generating power while we are moving. Let's make our way back up towards the turbine. All right. Okay, Malvina, let's get to work. I think we should just be able to hit E. Yep, and we're going to start picking, and no doubt we're going to be stumped along the way, and we've already got daylight here. So let's turn off that night vision, and we're just going to continue to work here. We are actually in shadow because I think we're underneath the unit itself, the wind turbine that is. Come on, we can get this. Are we getting device skill while we're doing this? We may very well be. Oh, indeed, our device's skill is already gone up, which that's great, and we're learning a little bit of lockpicking while we're doing this. I don't suppose that's something that we can practice. Also, under weapons, we do have some new recipes. Flintlock arms and whatnot. Nice. And I'm not seeing anything for lockpicking under here at the moment, so that's okay. We are just gonna continue. I don't know if doing this in the darkness is making it more difficult for us to do, but yeah. We've stumped all the way so far, and that's that first one destroyed. Let's just take a second to have some food, and we will have a proper food. We will have something proper to eat to begin with. Let us heat up our spaghetti entree. There we are. Nice and hot. Munch that, and we'll go to our water. Of course, we are going to need to get more of that sooner or later. Right now, it is okay. Now, back to the picking. And obviously, this has taken us a while. It's already 9:30, but I'm still confident that this is our best course of action. To begin with, let's step to the side and let's make ourselves some more picks. And we're going to make 2. We're hungry, so we are just going to snack for now. We're going to knock back some canned pineapple. It's not as high in calories, but it is good for quenching, and it's going to make us happy at the same time. You know what? We're going to stand a little bit off towards the side here. See if that has any change whatsoever. At the moment, we've nearly gone up to level 2 devices, and we're at 42% lockpicking. So we are slowly getting better at this. Oh, okay. And that's 2 as we destroy our first lockpick. Okay. Well, we're very hungry now at this stage. I think we're probably going to want to try and put down our tent just to get it ready for the evening. So let's plop that down just over here for now. Set that up. That's a nice looking tent there, Malvina. Let's get that roll mat put down in place as well, just so we are going to have a comfy place to sleep. We are getting thirsty. We're very thirsty now, and we are very hungry. The hunger is easy enough for us to take care of. It is the latter part of the day, so we are going to make sure that we're having another proper meal to eat. In this case, I think it's going to be the vegetarian taco entree. Oh, I guess we ate the cold one first. That is unfortunate. We'll be eating 2 of those tonight. And then as for water, that is something that we're going to have to try and seek. Now, we do have this... Oh, interesting. We have a cabin. Well, I do think we are still going to want to try and stay over here, but the cabin is going to have water, and we may even be able to find some water along the way. Before we go, I am going to want to close it up, and we're also going to want to try and make some more improvised lockpicks if we can. We'll make at least 2. There we go. So we are going to be ready to work on that when we get back. We will be heading into the woods, being wary of mounds of dirt. Never a good sign. And of course, we're just going to keep an eye out for water. And I think we've already found some. No, that's moss. We can always just hit Shift V. And if there is water, we will be able to see it. So let's just start navigating through these woods, up and over towards this cabin, because hey, there's always a chance that there might be people in the cabin. And if there isn't, we'll be able to get water no matter what, because we've got a nice little diving board slide thing here. Okay, well, before we go in, let us just go and make some clean water. We have it as a source. Let's go make 6 lots of that for now. And we know that we can come here to get water whenever we need it. We can also fill up the MREs with water as well. And you know what? We may very well do that. I think I'm going to want to try and drink until we can't drink anymore. And then we're just going to repeat that, pouring it back into our canteen. Okay, let's just poke our head inside, have a little bit of a listen. And then let's see what we have around here. Duelist's Annual. About fencing and dueling. I don't think that that's something that Malvina is going to be getting into. We are going to be trying to avoid melee combat with Malvina as much as we possibly can. Okay, but looking through all this stuff here, I wouldn't mind finding a additional light source in the form of a flashlight. We're going to take one of these cast iron frying pans, and I think we're probably going to leave the pot behind that we grabbed, the stock pot, just because that's big and unruly. Okay, we do obviously have extra water in here. There's soap bars if we want to try and clean anything. Just in general, we're looking very good for our general equipment. But this is a pretty nice, comfy place. I mean, if we wanted to stay here, we most certainly could, but I think we're probably going to want to try and stay close to that current goal that we've got. That's the Duelist's Annual, Sword Manual Procedure, the US Marine Corps. I mean, sure, why not? Let's take that for now, and we'll close on up behind us. We don't know, this could be someone else's home. We are actually feeling tired now. I keep forgetting about our telescopic vision and just how much further we can see. There's a whole ass mobile home village here. There's a trailer park. Hot damn. Okay, well, I don't know even if we are able to get into the wind turbine tonight, whether or not we're going to have enough light to be able to see by, but I am desperate to see the area around us. And I know that we could just climb on top of the silos, but they are not going to give us the same level of sight that we're going to be able to get here. So we're going to keep on picking, just hoping that we're going to be able to get in. Otherwise, we are going to have to go back down to the camp and I hope that fire might still be going. Okay, well, we destroyed that one there. We are at 77% lockpicking. We are getting better, but we're not quite there yet, Malvina. Let's have some cookies to eat for now. We can see that our weight is now normal, so we want to make sure that we are consuming enough calories during a day. So this peanut butter spread that we've got, we could actually try and make a sandwich, but I think for now, let's just quickly pop back down towards the field campsite. Okay, the fire is still burning. So we'll make our way on over towards it, and we are going to try and make some more of those picks. We still have a lot of scrap metal, so we're doing okay in that regard. And of course, we're going to do our little dance. That's the first one done, and I suppose it might actually be worth us trying to make 3 while we're here. It's going to take most of the night for us to do it, but that's all right. There we go. We got our 3. All right, we're tired. It is 1:40 in the morning. So, I think we're going to pick for a little bit because we obviously want to make sure that there is going to be daylight when we eventually get into this. Let's give it a shot. Okay, it is approaching 2 in the morning now. I think we're going to try and get some sleep. We are going to try and set an alarm though. So let's see. We'll sleep. We'll set an alarm for 5 hours. We're not going to have a full sleep here. My gosh, and I probably should have reapplied our bandage to our torso. It's not better at all. Okay, yeah. Because they do go down in quality over time. It's good to try and refresh them wherever you can. The sunlight is with us this morning. Okay, all right. You know, before we get started, let's just see food-wise what we can do. We can make ourselves some coffee. You know what? Yes, make some coffee. Just a little bit there. Okay, and we'll just pour that into our mess kit for now, and we'll drink that back. Wonderful. Good start. Good start. And then we can make ourselves a cheese sandwich using the crackers. Okay, let's just make 3 of those so we've got them good to go for later in the day. We'll have just 1 of those for now. Excellent. Back to picking. Okay, we're now proficient in lockpicking, so surely we'll have a better chance now. Oh, there it is. With a satisfying click, the door opens. It is 1 p.m. It's 1 p.m. We've been through a fair bit, and we were sweating a little bit there as well. Okay, all right, cheese sandwich time. Also, our movement has been generating power. We're looking good in terms of our power. We could look at turning on the air evaporator so that we are, staying hydrated. I'm going to keep that on just for a little bit here and just maybe turn it off when our thirst is feeling good. Ooh. Okay. There's the machine here. Large switchgear, covered in breaker switches, fuses, and gauges. It's not interactable, but oh boy, we can climb. And we are climbing. Oh, and we completed an achievement. I can see my house from here. Because of how high up we're getting. Can we go higher still? We can. Holy crap, we are on top of it at the moment. I don't know how high exactly we are, but I feel like we're going to be able to see a lot. Yeah, we can already see some large buildings in the distance here. I think when we start to see some of these buildings pop up, we will have a look at them. Okay, it's open air. We can see the open air, but we can also see, I think, an apartment tower over here. Yup. All right, what else is around us, Melvina? As we start to make our way down, we see more things popping up all around us, and here we are. This is our area of Belgrade. Okay, so obviously up here we have ourselves this great big mobile home. Off near the swamp there, a fire lookout tower and a radio tower and an evac shelter on the outskirts of this much larger town. Got a big apartment complex there, a nursing home. What are you? A fungal bloom. How interesting. Got a mound of dirt over here as well. Ominous as always. We have yet another field campsite. So close to the military base. Yeah. Maybe it was people planning to try and get in after all of this. Oh, and there is a Migo encampment over here. Well, well. To the south, we have a regional dump, and it looks like we have 2 mines, or maybe 2 entrances to one much larger mine that exists under the ground here, that could even connect with this mound of dirt that we have over here as well. So obviously, we have ourselves a evac shelter, so that's something of interest. Far up here to the north, there is a survivors camp that we can see. That is definitely interesting. Seeing activity, seeing perhaps smoke, but not like a big raging fire. Enough for us to know that there could be people alive there. There is also a prison out here. There's a lot going on in this region, and I like it. 2 other dumps? Yeah, toxic waste dumps. And over here to the east, there is a last man on Earth shelter. As well as a wooden fort, like an old historical wooden fort. I mean, that's super fun. And all the way up here, Malvina takes out her radio and tries to see if anyone can hear her. We also got Ain't No Mountain High Enough. This may very well be the highest point that we can get to. Two-way radio, activate, and there ain't nothing. No signals. No one responding. The base is silent. But yet, it doesn't mean that there isn't anyone alive down there. The people that Malvina cares about the most, her chosen family, perhaps the only family that she has left, are in that base. If she can save anyone, even one soul, that'll be enough. And that, Legionnaires, is going to be Malvina's challenge throughout this. We very quickly, and much more easily than I thought we were going to, escaped the base. It wasn't without danger. There was a lot of that. We know how much danger is in there. And here's the thing, Malvina's smart. She doesn't have to kill every one of the dead that's in there, not unless she wants to try and take this place back, which maybe that is. She can use the environment that is around her as a weapon too. There's a motorcycle here. If she can get that working, with that sniper rifle, she'd be able to outpace anything around. Same thing if she was able to find an animal, a horse, something that could help her just stay that bit further ahead of the dead. Obviously, just a regular farm horse is going to struggle with someone, shooting from horseback. If we did find something, we'd have to hope it isn't skittish. And there are farming communities around here. Just down this way here to the south, we have a number of barns. There is a strong chance that we'd be able to find a living animal still in them. And if we're heading down that way, over to the east, that last man on Earth shelter, that may have other items that we'd be able to use to help Malvina delve back into the military base to face those that have fallen, to save whoever she can. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me for yet another episode here in the Cataclysm. In an episode that was a little bit longer than normal, this wasn't as action-packed, but Malvina has gained something incredibly important in this episode: information. We're going to need a lot of it to be able to outsmart and outplay our enemy. They have numbers, we have intelligence. We need to use it wherever we can. If you enjoyed today's episode, I ask you, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rykon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay tuned.